Yo, what it is, what it ain't, what it could be. It is your boy Kid Poetry. If you ain't know, it's me.
It's your girl Wildflower of UGS Music, and this is
He said, she said. Back on your bitch ass. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We take a little hiatus, but we are back with the greatest motherfucking TV show, music, YouTube, wherever you catching this at. YouTube most likely right now, but don't worry, we extending the platform very soon.
Yes,
we be on the lookout.
We can't come on here enough and tell y'all just how much of a process this is to, like, you know,
hell yeah,
be consistent and stuff like that.
Not just jumping in front of a camera, I'll say that.
And figure out what it is to make y'all want to watch it.
Facts. If y'all not watching,
because you know. But anyways, so you guys, a lot of things have happened since our last show, and we're gonna talk about not all of it today.
Right, yeah, because y'all keep some shit going on.
Mm-hmm. But one thing that is like been a pressing thing on my mind is the whole Beyonce drop her song.
Okay, yeah, and she told everybody she's dropping a new album real soon.
Yes.
So, you know, that's really exciting. Shout out to the Beehive. You know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Beyonce's new album. As you all know, Drake dropped an album. And we're gonna talk about all of that. So, first of all, did you hear the Drake album?
Did I hear it in entirety? No.
Mm-hmm.
Have I heard little snippets of songs and stuff? Yeah. I don't know. Drake, we have like I won't even say a love-hate relationship. I believe it's an understanding. Like that man know me or some shit. But no, there's a musical or artistic understanding. I don't even form heavy opinions on his other music besides rap.
Yeah.
So I don't even get into it like that. Like the More Life album, he got some, you know what I mean? He got some songs that are cool, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Scorpion, I didn't listen to in entirety, but the rap portion of Scorpion, I wasn't mad at. I fuck with some of those songs as well.
Right.
And I fuck with a lot of Drake's earlier stuff too.
That's Aubrey Graham.
Not even Aubrey.
Comeback season,
yeah, of course, October's very old, you know what I mean, right. The early stuff, and up to even, I would say Nothing Was the Same, to me, will always be my favorite project from him, but I think that's probably his most hip-hop, like, you know album. What I mean, rapidy rap album,
yeah,
so I think that's probably why me as a fan really likes that one, but at the end of the day, we're talking about this album. This album I didn't listen to in whole, but I know that it's probably not going to be what I resonate with.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even going to say the subject matter, because of course he being Drake. Mm-hmm. The nigga is always going to talk about the women. He going to talk about his life and everything, and as he should. Mm-hmm. But I like to hear it more on, you know what I mean, them 40 beats, you know what I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about out there. So with this, I'm sure it's some good music on there, because the nigga is who he is. It just, I won't say it's for me. Now, I'm going on a cruise, you know what I mean, next week.
You had to mention
I'm sure I'm going to hear, you know what I mean, some of the Drake on there.
Probably
they're going to be
yeah.
with a nigga on there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Might have an appreciation for it out in the water.
Okay, so, well, you guys, I didn't listen, to the Drake album. I never,
right, that was a long way to say no. I did not
I
listen
never
to it.
do. But what I wanted to talk about is that it's interesting that Beyonce and Drake both came out around the same time with the same type of sound, and I thought that was that's the thing that stood out to me, like throughout this whole dropping of songs and music. And I was watching another blog channel that I enjoy, what's it called, Impressive Channel, really good channel. She's not a music review channel, but she does talk about it every now and then, and when she does talk about music, you can tell she's someone who is a musical person, because her musical opinion is pretty thorough,
Got it.
So check that channel out. But yeah, she was just talking about how she thinks that Drake got some inside information about Beyonce's drop and wanted to do it first, and she further said that she believes that because Drake's album just seemed rushed, it sounded rushed to her. Yeah. You know, so that's an interesting thing. Would y'all say that y'all see that? And to those of you who have listened to the album, do you think that it sounds rushed? Because he did just drop.
Yeah. I'm an avid podcast listener, so you know what I mean. I listen to some other people out there. I was actually listening to Joe and them, and they were talking about it as well. Like same.
I love Joe Budden. Yeah,
they were talking about the same thing. And I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not the biggest Drake fan.
Yeah, neither of us are. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I think that is very important to bring up during this subject, and if we don't bring it up, you know, we're doing wrong. You know, we're not educating y'all the best way that we can. We have to bring up Azalea Banks. Okay?
Yeah.
Not just because she has come out and said stop mixing her music with Beyonce. Y'all know Azalea gonna cause a problem, okay? We already know that. We already know that. But, you know, I have been listening to Azalea Banks
years. Yeah, I think she might have put me on to Azalea Banks.
Years, okay? And you know what I'm saying? I always saw talent and the potential that's still there. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that her social media antics and the people that she beefs with and her mouth just overshadows that talent.
Right.
Okay, to the point to where as far as like a lot of black people, they don't even really know what type of music she does or that she's nice, you know?
Facts.
They just know that she's a shit talker. And so but what I wanted to say is that even though she can come off very ugly a lot on the internet, giving credit where it's due, the girl is talented. She can rap, and most importantly on this subject, she's been doing house music. Like y'all probably already seen posts saying stuff like this, and I'm confirming as a fan of her music for a while, she's been doing house music as a young black girl for a long time and very well. And so we just should give her flowers for that.
True, but she didn't invent house music, and that's where the issue can come in with the shit. No, I didn't say that she said she did.
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
But when you start saying shit like that, okay, Beyonce makes a song or something like that. When Beyonce does something like that, all she does is highlight the other artists that are doing that. She makes the platform bigger.
And so that's true. That's true, because now, especially now that people are coming out and specifically speaking about Azalea Banks, that's going to make people go look and familiarize themselves with that. So that's good. But
and as bad as they don't want to, she's saying don't mix Beyonce with me, but that's what they're gonna have to do because she's a more prominent
salty.
sound.
You know Azalea Banks is just salty.
Yeah,
you know that she's just unhappy.
All I'm saying is,
and that's
girl,
why she gonna say something like
shit.
That.
Embrace it.
Obviously, embrace it. But she's just unhappy. She comes off just so unhappy.
Yeah,
that's why she would even tweet anything like that. So thank you for saying that. Let me reiterate.
Her and Candace Owens, ain't that the other?
Oh gosh, that's so funny to compare them. But thank you for saying that, because I want to reiterate that I don't think that Azalea was right for tweeting that or feeling that way. But I was just saying that no, she didn't invent house music, but she is like name you know what I mean, like she's
another rapper that's prominent in house music, period.
You know what I'm saying? And the house music is a whole community and genre in itself, and obviously it's just not a popular one, and so I can't list a whole bunch of names of house music, but I do absolutely love house music. Actually, I'm the type of person that I'll go on a house music playlist and listen to that. I might not know who I'm listening to, but
not there.
Type of thing. I really like house music.
But if it comes on, I'm not the kind of person oh, what is that? Because I'm not one of those super duper masculine type niggas. I gotta listen to trap music or street rap. I listen to a wide range and variety of music.
That's toxic masculinity, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not down with that shit. I can listen to other music. I can listen to other music that is heavily inspired or inspirational for the gay community, because if a lot of house music, that's their music, and not to feel like it, you know what I mean,
their music. But y'all know when the gay club, they play a lot of the music, and music is house music.
And I feel like that may also, that's a completely different point, but I'm gonna stand on my ledge. I think that plays a part in where the music is going today. You'd be a fool to deny how much influence that, you know what I mean, the LGBTQ community has on everything around us, TV, fashion, all of that shit. Zeus Network popping up and all of that shit. Yes, it is Ray J and his wife, but a lot of the shows and stuff that they promoting are with, you know what I mean, gay people and stuff of that
that's
nature.
great. You know, we definitely need gay representation and stuff like that. And, you know, yeah, there is a lot of gay influence in a lot of things, but let's just not forget that gay influence comes from woman influence, and not just women, but black woman influence. Just saying.
True. You
know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem saying that things like, a lot of our lingo is gay influence, for real. We use a lot of lingo that started in the gay community.
No, for sure.
You know, so but because women and black women, you know, influence gay community, like I feel like it just kind of goes together because of that sometimes, but doesn't at the same time because it's two different communities.
True.
So I hope y'all feel me with that, with what I'm saying.
I think it's because it's becoming more prevalent. I think the bigger artists like Drake, Beyonce, and the others that will be coming soon, because a lot of niggas gonna copy them.
And that's
throughout the summer.
Thank you for saying that too, because that's another thing I want to say. I personally am not looking forward to that. I am not looking forward to like a whole slew of artists jumping on this house wave, even though a lot of it will probably sound good because there's some talented people out there who have some talented teams and, you know, stuff like that. But I'm just not looking forward to it, because with that comes the ones who can't do it, who gonna try to do it too.
Who you think you can't take it from? Who you think gonna try it?
Man, who you think
gonna try it, man?
I don't know, and that's what I'm not okay with.
Okay, all right. Who you think could do it? I think the first person that come to mind to me is maybe Sierra.
Doja Cat
for sure. Doja Cat. I think Sierra could do it because Sierra already makes dancey music.
I think that she could do it too.
If she already hasn't done something of that nature.
Right, yeah. I think Sierra could do it. I also think Lizzo could do it. Like, with the type of, like, sound that she has.
Yeah, Lizzo could.
I'm trying to think of more, like, rappers.
Do you think Tiana could do that?
Tiana Taylor?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of Tiana's music.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
where does it mesh into that?
I think that even though her music doesn't sound like that, I think that with her talent and her voice and stuff I think that she can make that work.
Because what was the song that she came out with Kanye?
I just thought of I'm sorry. I just thought of someone who I don't think can do it. And it's a big deal.
Like who?
It's a big deal. I don't like, and I don't know why this popped in my head like this, but I don't think that, like, I don't want to hear like Coyle Ray on a house songs. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got y'all bingo cards because Coyle Ray.
Y'all, if you have been watching, which you would know the history of us, this show, and Coyle Ray.
Yo, she has her own spot on here. Like.
and y'all would also know my love for her.
Yeah,
so it's also funny
we
that, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, her. I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Who else? You know, Nicki Minaj.
I feel like Lil Nas could jump in that wave.
Lil Nas could, and Nicki
Minaj
could too, because she kind of already did like a dance wave. It wasn't house per se, but it was like a dance pop wave. And I'm also glad he just bringing up everything I need him to bring up today, like he's reading my mind. But Lil Nas, in his non-nomination.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, it's crazy because, you know, the whole thing about that is that, okay, Jack Harlow got nominated. Mm-hmm. So how did he get nominated for the song, but Lil Nas didn't? So obviously that's like, you know, why people are saying black people having homophobia. Out of all the nominee categories, there's something Lil Nas could be nominated out, is my point. But the thing about it is, when Old Town Road was popping and everything like that, he wasn't even out.
Yeah.
And he was not doing his really flamboyantly gay antics on the internet that have people talking about him negatively. He wasn't doing all of that around then.
True.
If it's true that he did win a BET Award for that song, he wasn't doing all that. So it's such a coincidence that now that these things have come out, White Boy Jack gets a BET nomination.
White Boy Jack is also fresh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that because he's white, he's not. I'm describing him.
No, I'm not saying fresh like dope or something. I'm saying the nigga's fresh like he just came out or his emergence has just begun. So they're gonna put him on the new art. Man, we gotta know.
I mean, but that's talking about really new artists is. We, like out of all the categories, there's something that Lil Nas
who he was beating. Who he was beating, bro?
What are you talking about?
Like out of the other artists, for stuff like this, we need to pull it up and look at the other people. Who is he competing with?
You talking about
per se?
Lil Nas or
Lil Nas. What because what kind of music did he make? Pop music.
Yeah, but he does have that song with Doja Cat is acceptable to be nominated for a BET Award because he was rapping and she was rapping, and it's kind of like a poppy beat. But if we're gonna go there, that goes back to the whole conversation of what genre is on Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? Like we accept it as they want to say it was country, but I just disagree with that. But you know what I'm saying?
It's all antics.
Lil Nas has this thing where he just kind of like he jumps genres, so that's why I just refer to him as a pop artist.
He is.
And I love that about him. But my point, like I said, is that out of all the, I wish I had a list of all the BET categories because y'all know what the hell is going on. Y'all know what we're trying to say. You know what I mean?
I get what you're trying to say completely, and I won't say that it's none of that involved,
right? And I don't maybe think it's all of it, but I think that's going into it. But either way, you know, what do y'all think about that? I don't want to talk about that for too long. You know what I'm saying? But what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that is funny? Too.
And shout out the LGBT community. You know what I mean? This is a safe podcast.
Even though it might not seem,
because I know we talk about it,
but yeah, exactly. So like, it might not seem because like the opinions that I say like just come out like kind of bluntly
I promise
sometimes.
We're not trying to. I'm not trying to hurt nobody.
I mean, if I was homophobic or anything like that, I don't think that I would feel so comfortable to like
even bring him up on the podcast
like that, like
All right, and to bring it back in now, we aren't talking about pop stars no more, but we're gonna get into the R&B realm now. R&B has given us a couple exciting
things to
news
talk about
pieces,
here.
that are coming up. Besides Beyonce and the new album coming out,
which is apparently not R&B.
Right. Well, we don't know. The album may be R&B in itself. You know what I mean? I expect her to give us.
That was
R&B
a major
vibes.
assumption. Excuse me, Beehive.
Yeah. Don't let them niggas outside. But Usher is coming back, which we are expecting a new Usher album too. I think.
Are we?
I think Confessions 3 or something like that.
That would be great.
Yeah, I think him and JD got a new album coming together.
Don't get me excited for nothing now.
Listen, man, JD didn't speak about it the other day.
I have to look it up.
Yeah.
I hope it's true, man. I'd definitely like to hear another Usher album. I've been loving Usher my whole life.
Yeah,
my
Usher
whole
that boy.
life. You know what I'm saying?
Usher that boy. Usher had me singing Superstar to girls in like 4th grade. And yeah, I was listen.
That's
Usher
so
was
funny. Was it that long? I don't know if you were in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Usher album if it's true. Also, Usher and Justin Timberlake, those are my 2 first loves.
Yeah.
So, I
can't
love
say
Usher.
the same. But
right, it was some other guys.
But yes, Usher has some new music with the City Girls.
The City freaking Girls. And
Which
Usher,
the City Girls, they might have to change the name soon. I don't know.
You think
they becoming a little more upscale. They got men.
Really?
They got men's out here and shit. I think they out here saying different in the music. But we see one tied to Diddy. We see one over here tied to Lil Uzi.
I just have
City Girls ain't outside no more for the summer.
I have a major problem with them saying upscale because they are so ghetto. Sometimes like it's so funny that you said that.
The Voices or what is it?
No, well, one time I was watching an interview with Narwhal. And the City Girls, and like he asked JT about Uzi or whatever, and the first thing she said was something like good D or something like that, or like it was so like it was like she could have said so many other things to let us know why she loved him or whatever the case. And I just thought that was an interesting choice of words. and interesting. It's just interesting. And another thing I don't like about them is that they I don't appreciate seeing the progression of them being performers. Like, they had a BET performance that they look straight like some amateur rookies, and I don't appreciate that because they get.
I think they were though.
But I don't appreciate that because they get their mainstream artists with mainstream backing and mainstream money behind them. They should not be looking like that on stage.
Okay, stage.
There's artists out here who don't have half of what they have, and they make sure that they do a good performance. I don't appreciate stuff like that from mainstream artists at all.
I think it was part of their thing. I think
that it. I mean, it might.
I don't think it was planned for them to not be, professional, but. As the city girls, the ratchet, you know what I mean, all of that stuff, it kind of plays into that, even if that's not who they really are.
Which is why I think that type of moment can happen and not ruin them or cause a conversation even. Like,
right, because it got them to making music with Usher.
Yeah, yeah. And I like some of the city girl songs, and but I just don't appreciate when mainstream artists don't do high level shit because you got the backing that other people don't have. I just know too many artists who don't have the streams and the views that they probably deserve. And it just makes me mad when I see people who have everything that these people could benefit from just still giving us half-ass shit or things that's just not high quality.
Right.
So
yeah, I heard what she said.
I don't like that at all, and I won't praise it. Makes me very mad. I know too many artists, man. People out here really want to follow their dreams. They really want to do that shit.
I completely agree, and I think they want to follow their dreams and all of those things too. I think
it was no.
I don't know. They might have caught a break.
Carisha said herself that she lucked up. Now JT was,
they caught a break.
And I'm not even hating on the lucking up thing, but just now that you hear,
and I think they're doing that. I think because they still young girls. I'm sure they're younger.
There's a lot of young artists who giving us quality.
Absolutely, but they also wanted this, and also probably were bred for longer periods of time.
All to my point as to why I don't appreciate what I just said.
Agreed, and none of that is wrong. You are completely right in feeling that way. Now, what the fuck do you think the song will sound like? What do you think they're gonna give us?
I think I'll like it.
Yeah.
Already, because like I said, I like Usher and I do like some of the City Girls songs. And as a whole,
I
like them more than I don't.
I'm thinking like a Love in the Club type feeling with them rapping on it.
Yeah.
That's what comes to mind immediately to me.
I'm thinking of some outside summer song that's gonna have Usher on it, kind of like Nicki Minaj and Megan and had Ty Dolla $ign on the hook type thing, kind of.
Okay. They were in that song.
What? Nicki Minaj and
Hot
Girl Summer. They were not in the song. I'm saying the way that.
But the song was made from them though. Because then they used one of their lines.
They had a sample. They had a sample.
Which is kind of dope.
Yeah, I like that song. So I think that I picture something like that for them.
So. Just remember, anything you don't like about the City Girls, we allowed this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We made this hot, so be mad at yourself.
Okay. And in other R&B news, though,
Versus.
Yes, the Versus battle between Omarion and Mario.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you thinking?
I fuck with Mario, but come on, I think we all know what the fuck.
I actually haven't thought that much about it until right now, and in this moment, I don't actually know.
Well, we can definitely say there will be no B2K reunion on stage,
right? But with
that's not happening.
So, who do you think sings better out of the two? Like voice, not like songs and how catchy, voice. Who do you think has a better voice? And that's what I'm thinking about, because I want to say Mario has a better voice.
Yeah, I'm going to say Mario.
Not that Omarion can't sing.
No, but I think Mario hits a wider range.
I think so. And he sounds better to me. I just like his voice better. Omarion for me can sound a little nasally sometimes, which adds to his voice being distinctive for sure. Because he can sing, but he does have that little nasally factor to his voice.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
But it works for him. It works for him.
Yeah, for sure. So I agree probably that Mario is probably the better singer.
But when it comes to the songs, even though Mario has songs we love,
the performance and everything,
it's hard to get over a dancing ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Who can sing too? If he can't sing as well as you, but he can dance, that a lot of times. Because I won't even disrespect
Chris and say it should have been Chris and no Mario. But if it was more of a dance battle, because they've dance battled before. Mm-hmm. I think on stage before, Chris and Omarion. So that kind of thing I think would be cool. Even to see them doing it, maybe I would probably want that more.
Chris Brown and Omarion dancing. Because
Chris has so much music, it's like, what 20 you going to pick? So that could give Omarion a chance, you know what I mean, to make it an interesting night. But
I would love to see like an actual versus dance battle between two, but at the same time, Omarion can dance, but he can't dance like Chris Brown's a better dancer.
True.
It would still be entertaining.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would still be entertaining. But even with this guy, I ain't gonna say Mario can't dance. I'm sure he had to dance, especially back in that day. Every R&B nigga had to have dance moves.
You at least got to be able to play with the microphone.
Yeah,
you know?
all of that.
Do those little things.
So yeah, I'm sure Mario can dance too. He's just not Omarion. That was part of Omarion's thing since B2K. You know what I mean? So yeah, bruh. I ain't gonna say you're gonna get washed.
But you might get a little sprinkle, a little
baptism. Yeah, man, you watch out for a Tide Pod. They might throw it. You know what I'm saying? but for real, bro, it's going to be interesting. I heard some other people are performing or something that night, too. Oh. I think it's a 2-on-2 or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Ray J and Bobby Valentino versus Pleasure P and Sammy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that sounds like another wash. That doesn't sound good.
Okay, elaborate.
Doesn't sound good. I'm a Bobby Valentino fan. Like, I fuck with Bobby V.
At one point, I really did too, and I still like those songs.
Special Occasion, probably one of my favorite albums.
I've never heard a whole album from him.
Oh man, super great album. But yeah, Bobby V, Dumb Hard, Pause.
Oh, you know he don't like that. No, I know about Bobby V.
Right. Pause, sir. Ray J. Ray J got the hits too. So I think them two. Sammy, I can't say that I know a lot of adult Sammy music.
Yeah, me either. But apparently it's out there.
Right. And people listen. I mean, I knew when he came back out.
Yeah.
Like when he got a little older. And he had another hit song, but I just don't see it happening. And who's the other one? Pleasure P. Pleasure P is cool.
Another nasally singer that works for him.
Yeah, what was the second group he was in? Or wasn't he in another group outside of?
Not that I know of. I mean, not that I know of. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. But
so who y'all got on the verses though? Omarion or Mario? Now they're saying it's gonna be the shortest verses ever. You know, they making jokes and stuff like that. But who do y'all think has the better voice, and who is your pick?
Omarion got some hits, man.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you something.
You gotta watch your fucking mouth.
You don't want to see me in the car alone when O is playing.
Yo.
Because I turn into that nigga.
Yo, listen.
That is my song to sing. Like, yeah, I be doing. No, I don't be doing too much. I'm doing just right.
And he got songs over like the years. Like that nigga got early 2000s, mid 2000s, and later 2000s.
That's
songs.
True. That's like, true.
It's hard to fuck with a nigga who made it past the different generations.
Yeah, that's true, and made it past a lot of stuff that could have ended his career, like being in a group and then that group breaking up. Number one. Now apparently,
and being signed to Rick Ross.
Yeah, exactly. Which he's not anymore.
Right.
But still, he's made it through that too. He's made it through a lot of things. Yeah. And he's still here, so that's commendable. A lot of stuff happened like throughout his career, you guys, that could have ended him.
And no disrespect to Ross either.
All right, y'all. That was our conversation about what's going on in the R&B world a little bit with the Versus battle and City Girls collaborating with Usher.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna take it back to the hip hop side. You know, we kind of jumped around genres today more than we ever do. We talked about house music, then we talked about R&B, now we're talking about rap.
Thanks, Beyonce and Drake.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all expanded the podcast a little bit today.
Yes. Okay, so in particular on the rap side, we want to talk about the XXL situation.
Yeah, the freshman cover came out. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the artists on there. A few that I know. A few I damn sure don't.
Yeah. You know, we're going to provide you with a screenshot, but the only ones I know on there, Saucy Santana, of course, Nardo Wick, Ken the Man, which I don't really listen to like that, but I know the name. There was somebody else on there that I was familiar with.
Familiar?
Cali.
Okay. Who do I know? Of course, Nardo Wick, because we've
talked about him too. Yeah.
And we did ask who the fuck that was too. But he's on a XXL cover, so you can't say that no more.
Mm-hmm. Of course, he was going to be
right.
Industry plant ass nigga. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this kind of feeds into that. But Doechii. Doechii's on there. Doechii, I fuck with her. TDE artist, y'all already know I'm a TDE stan, so
I have little things to say about her later on when we start talking about the freestyles.
Yeah, because the first 3 came out, man. First 3.
Yeah.
Who else did I know? Shit, I don't know. There's a couple other people. Babyface Ray, that's my dog. That's my dog. Shout out Detroit. God, those were all the people. I mean, Saucy Santana was on there. Of course, you hear that name a lot. But I can't say I know any of his music specifically. I think I saw that he was on
a song with Lotto.
Not even. I saw an interview I think he did with the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
And I saw him and Charlamagne, and you know,
him
and Charlamagne in a room seems like it would be very funny interview.
I think I watched that interview with him in the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys, let's talk about this situation. Let's talk about the 3 freestyles that came out.
Yeah.
Now, that was Nardo Wick, Sofago, and Doechii. The first one we watched was Nardo Wick. And I know he said that he had heard that it was whack. So we watched it, and in my opinion, the bars were there. He did say some cute little, you know, clever little things for sure. The delivery absolutely sucked for me. It was the delivery that really sucked and really did not
brought the words down.
Yeah, it didn't give those words justice. So
yeah, you niggas are not poets, and it shows. It shows more and more, like all the time.
I can't.
And I mean, I can't say it enough. That shit is so missing. It makes it so disparaging. But yeah, just listening to his verse. It wasn't the most terrible thing you ever heard. Like, trust me, we've had some really bad XXL freshman freestyles before. This wasn't the worst one, but maybe that's a fault of XXL. They put these artists in positions that they're not really accustomed to. Like, I don't think he's ever had to, like, you know what I mean?
That.
Yeah, rap.
But he's had time to prepare.
Over acapella.
He's had time to prepare.
True, but a lot of these kids don't prepare. A lot of these kids just start rapping and stuff like that. They're not passionate.
And that's my problem. That's my problem. And it's like, they had enough time to prepare. These are, Nardo Wick has, like, mainstream backing, you know, so that part too, you know, there's something in that mainstream system that could have helped you prepare for this 2 minutes you rapping on the screen right now. And it's just like, I understand that some people are just not good with the last minute thing, but a part of what adds to somebody's talent is how adjustable they are too. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Do you think the kids care about that?
And that's the problem. They so shallow. And they so shallow and simple-minded because of the things that we push to the forefront that are important that actually are not important. They miss a lot of substance, or they don't care about it.
Yo. Be upset with yourselves, and trust me, that's why I don't really fuck with a lot of this, man. That's why I can't listen to it, because it a lot of these things are missing,
Yeah.
A lot of these things are missing from what I like truly was passionate about, what I love about the music. These niggas don't really care about. They want you to hear they chains and shit jangled. They gonna say a couple little bars. The nigga didn't even have a pocket. He didn't even create like a rhythm to it. Like,
right, man. It was
you know
crazy.
what I mean? Something that you could ride to where you could imagine the beat. It
And
was
you know
none
what?
of that.
Mentioning that, going on to the second freestyle that we listened to, which was So Fago, a little boy with some pink dreads, and he rapped like he's a little boy with some pink dreads too.
Yeah.
If you want to call it rapping, it was more like a singy type of
Rock
vibe.
yeah.
Now I've never heard of this young man before.
No, me either.
But today was not a good first impression. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I feel like artists should care more about things like this, because like this is my first time even hearing this person, and that's the whole point of Double XL too, because it's a lot of people first time for these people.
Exactly.
And that's why they be talking shit, because look at what they give them for the first time. So Fago, like Kid Poetry just said about Nardo Wick, he didn't have a pocket. He didn't even try to like it, you couldn't like, you were just like, you know how sometimes you can okay no, you couldn't do that. You just whole time just kind of like waiting for that moment or waiting for it to be over at some point. And so that was my experience with his freestyle, So Fago.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. It sounded like the nigga was doing his worst Juice WRLD impression. R.I.P. Juice WRLD. I know you was just chilling in heaven. You didn't expect to be called into this situation, but he tried to do it. He tried to do it. I ain't trying to do it. He tried to do it. Listen.
It sounded like he was trying to act like it was already written.
He tried to make it
act
so
like he was freestyling.
Yeah, and like the bars were profound, or he was saying something like, serious.
Yeah,
he was taking these dramatic pauses and stuff, and it's like for effect, but you're not like,
it's not hitting. It's not giving.
Yeah. It wasn't giving. Shout out to the LGBT.
For real. And that's what we mean by the lingo and fluency.
Yeah, it was not giving. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. But maybe I'll check out some of his music and some of the other artists' music, and it'll give me a different impression.
I think a lot of them
that's
probably sound better on beats because their music and their sounds are more catered to them, I'm sure. Like when you hear Nardo Wick, his beats and stuff do a lot more of the, and that's the thing with y'all niggas, like y'all want the beat, the producer need to make most of the money. For real.
And that whole situation with producer artists is just interesting from as far as what I know. But and that's my problem. It's like you need that to actually appeal. That's my problem.
Yeah, it's because your words and stuff not gonna do
They're not good enough.
No. But we ain't come here to knock y'all, because guess what? Doechii came back and saved the fucking day.
Saved the MFing day, okay? I feel like Double XL knew that they had to balance it out with
100%.
with those two, and they needed to give us some sort of quality.
And I could see how like they were similar and different, because everybody like has, well, no, I can't even say that, because Nardo Wick's style isn't necessarily experimental. The other nigga's style isn't necessarily experimental. What's his name? So Fago. It's not necessarily experimental, but they're, well, no, I can't even say Nardo Wick is an extreme of rap, because that's what rap is kind of pulling closer to. But they gave them like different ranges, but everybody's like different at the same time. Nardo Wick is the young trap nigga or whatever. We got Doechii, who is the TDE artist, who is a lot of different things. You know what I mean? She makes a lot of different kinds of music, even house music.
I'm gonna have to check her out, you guys. This was my first time actually hearing about her and seeing anything about her musically, and I was impressed, or I don't know if impressed is the right thing to say, but I was pleased. It was unlike my introduction to So Fago, because I knew about Nardo Wick. Today was an introduction for me to So Fago and Doechii. And she was dope. And I like that the camera angles that they did.
Yeah, I think hers was the most artistic.
It was it made it a little cinematic and things like that. And I don't know if that was her idea or the crew or whatever, but I like that addition to her freestyle.
It seemed like everybody had their own like kind of gimmick thing. Like the one nigga was inside of
a frame. Nardo was by some statues, and hers was like, I think it was like a black background or like a dark background. Yeah, she was on one of those
little spinning things, and she was kind of doing it on a tilt so she could spin. Yeah. She made hers theatric and memorable. Like,
and I
probably couldn't tell you what she said in her verse, but it gave you an understanding of who she was as an artist. I'm different. I'm black. She talked about that. You know what I mean? I remember her saying something about strippers and stuff like that. She talked about like being a part of the stripper community and shout out them, da 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 da. So she's giving you all of these different vibes where you can actually feel like, yo, when I heard that person, I got an idea of who they are.
And that's how, as a first time listener today, I felt. And that's what a double XL freestyle needs to freaking give. That's what it needs to give.
It's like your ultimate advertising, and I get it, because Double XL freshman cover not what it used to be. It's not the same as it used to be, but it's still an excellent platform if you use it correctly.
Yes.
If y'all go in there and just act like, oh, them putting me on the cover is everything, well, then my nigga, they putting the ball in your hand. You decide whether you shoot, pass, or drop it out of bounds. And a lot of y'all niggas just be dropping it out of bounds, my nigga, where you could have easily made the layup. You could have scored just now. And y'all not scoring.
You're not scoring like Beavis and Butthead.
And your motherfucking label gonna put you back on the bench. I'm telling you.
So I'm definitely looking forward to Saucy Santana's freestyle.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to. I'm not gonna watch all of them, but I'm right. I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, that's all I have to say about.
And congratulations to everybody on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like we saying, do the most with your opportunity, because everybody don't get one. It's a lot of artists, like she said, who may feel like they're deserving, who may have worked for it and really want to be on the Double XL freshman cover. My nigga, if you get the opportunity, take advantage of that shit.
Yes, exactly. So this is going to be the end of our show today. We don't have a what happened to, but we're gonna come back.
What happened to putting effort into the motherfucking Double XL freshman freestyles?
There we go.
What happened to that?
Exactly. What happened to that?
Lame ass nigga.
But you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and give us a like. Go ahead and give us a comment. Let us know what you think about the Mario versus Omarion. What you think about the whole Drake, Beyonce, Azalea Banks situation. What you think about these freestyles. What you think about Lil Nas situation. What you think about it all, because we want to hear from you. But yes, this is your girl, Official Wildflower of UGS Music.
And this is your boy, Care Poetry. If you ain't know, it's me.
This is He Said.
She Said. We out.